Spurs fam? How you guys are doing this afternoon in the UK? Still morning here in the States. Uh, well, what can I say about this game? What can I say? What can I say? What can I say? What can I say? Let me post the link if you want to join in. Have your say. I'm gonna post it. Guys, you don't have to show your face. You can also join in and just be on audio. Want to hear your opinions of today's game? Um, why is my camera so close? Huh. Okay, adjust that. Um, well, 0-0 tie, a draw with Everton at the Goodison. Um, never easy playing there, but they were short-handed. They didn't have Decore. They didn't have Calvert Lewin. Um, Yima, the Colombian not international. It's not there in the back. So they were missing a couple of players. And in another stream last night on Bob Spur TV, I was saying 3-1, 4-1, thinking this game is going to be a bit open. But as I look at stats, once again, we have no shots on goal. Our creativity, too many misplaced passes, even on the counter, even in the build-up, just too many misplaced passes. And I said this in the United game, and I think I said it the game before the United game. Um, in regards to having Skip and Hoiberg play at the same time, having two holding mids. Um, Hoiberg, in my opinion, did not play good. A lot of misplaced passes. Um, they could have put Tanga in earlier. Um, Allen's in the house. Welcome, Allen. Jump on in. The link is right there. Have your say about this game. Uh, it's our first draw. We didn't win. We didn't lose. But once again, we played three in the back. We played a 3-4-3, and Emerson, I would say was the best player. Really had two chances. The defender Allen, there was Allen on that first one, Reguilon in the first half. Oh, beautiful passing into the box, and if Allen wasn't there, I mean, it would have been easy pickings header um, for Emerson. And then he had another chance in the second half. It was also intercepted, deflected. Really like Emerson. Reguilon, I agree taking him out. Uh, but then I brought in Daughtry. Reguilon today, uh, not cutting it. Not cutting it today. Not cutting it. Um, Hoiberg, um, I know we love him. We think he's going to be the future captain of our team. But to be honest, and I've been critical. I've been critical. No one on this team can avoid critique. We're not that team to say, okay, that's an untouchable. And Hoiberg, man, there's Denmark Hoiberg, and then there's Spurs Hoiberg. And it's just where it comes into the passing. Skip, I thought was better of the two. Skip was better today, but January can come real soon. That transfer window should come real soon. January needs to get here. First of all, it's my birthday month, but the transfer um, market needs to get here. Alan said, "I never saw the game, so I cannot comment really." You weren't missing much. You were not missing much, Alan. You were not missing much. Kane with a, I don't know if it was a lazy pass to Song in the second half. It was just like he's better than that. Um, just you know, and I'm not gonna, criticize, you know, Conte for the subs or anything. Right now, he's trying to field the team. Paul, welcome, Paul. Paul's in the house. He says lots to be done. Yes, to be honest, lots. And he said it. He said it in his press conference Friday. Lots need to be done. We're definitely match, if not outplayed at times. Questionable timing of subs, formation shots on target. I mean, Paul, you said it all there. You said it all. Um, you know, maybe you could have put Tenge in a bit earlier, took out Hoiberg. In my opinion, um, he took out Sonny. Um, you know, he scored in the conference league game, but the Premier League, you know, I don't know what's going on with Sonny. I don't know what's going on with players, but I think this is the right timing that we have an international break coming in. Most of the time, I hate an international break coming in. Now I'm like, you know what? Let's have an international break. It gives more time for Conte to just kind of perform surgery. He's performing surgery. This is, surgery takes long. It takes a couple of hours, and right now he is still within that first hour, trying to figure out who is going to be on this club and who is going to be Deadwood to go. And so, um, Davies and Dyer, gosh, Everton missed their chances. Everton did miss their chances, and the VAR gods watching over Spurs. You know, for a minute I thought it was a penalty before the replay, but once I saw that hand, I was like, thank goodness, the right hand of Lloris. So that penalty, of course, didn't happen. And I gotta say this. I gotta say this about Everton. Damn, do they whine? Like, where's the cheese for these players? Like, seriously. Yeah, Carlson, always crying. Townsend flops like this dude flops like easily. Like, you should go to the Oscar award winning show for flopping. Man, gosh. And then Allen, isn't there a yellow card for dissent? Like, Allen is just like screaming at the ref, giving faces, and I'm like, give him a yellow card. Could you give him a yellow card? Gosh, like Everton, bunch of whiners. Like, mm, I would say a word, but I'm not in the 10-minute mark to say the B word. But man, Everton, sheesh, bunch of whiners, wankers. um, but Daniel says there was still some things to be pleased about. We could string more than three. We could string more than three passes together. Also, you can't grumble about a clean sheet away from home. We got a little lucky here and there. Yeah, we did. Any team that that's clinical, we lose this game. We lose this game, and so because Everton was the same boat. There, Everton was not informed coming into the game, um, and that's why I thought we were gonna win. Uh, the manager bounce. Oh, gosh, but but we all knew the truth. We all knew the truth about our team. It's a work in progress. It is a work in progress. Um, the good things you want to take out of it, Emerson is, whew, he is going to score a couple of goals this year. Reguilon had a bad game, but he's gonna be he's gonna be good down the flanks. And but the question is now in the midfield. man, there's a disconnect. There's really a disconnect when we are on the counter and it's just like just misplaced. The passing is just it's just subpar. Even in the buildup, it's just subpar. Um, it is frustrating. One of the 3 points, Chelsea dropped points. You know, um, either West Ham or Liverpool will drop points. So I'm thinking that we would, gain in for the top four. Of course, United lost, but now Arsenal won. So now their loud freaking fan base is going to you know be talking all this international break. Though I truly believe we're going to finish better than them, but right now they're currently. I'll look it up here. They're at 20. We're at 16. They're 4 points ahead of us, and they're tied. Well, tied in points, but West Ham has the goal differential. So, well, a point behind United, a point behind Brighton. Wolves is ahead of us, but we are 4 points behind Arsenal, 6 points behind Liverpool. Liverpool plays today. 7 points behind City, and still 10 points behind Chelsea. Missed opportunities. No shots on goal. Lo Celso. No, actually, we did have the shot on goal. I take that back. Lo Celso hitting the post. Um, Lo Celso. There's gonna have to be some changes coming up in January. There's gonna have to. Wayne is in the house. Clean sheet will do it for me. Yeah, I mean we'll take a point. It's a point. We had played 10 games previously, 5 wins, 5 losses. Finally got our first draw. We'll take the point. You can see the content impact. Love the way we play the ball quickly. Can't wait till he get his players in. Exactly, Wayne. Exactly. The way we play with his players coming in, we will have more shots on goal, some more attempts, um, and we will have some better results. But as of now, we just have to tread water. Our I mean, I should even look up the schedule because we're not a team to just say, "Hey, this should be a victory." This should, I mean, every game, every game is is an opportunity for us to either lose or draw, and so we have to take. We got Leeds, Burnley, Brentford, Norwich, and Brighton. All 5 games we're going to be favored. We'd love to see 15 points. This is all before the game against Liverpool because I think Liverpool's right after Brighton. So we get our first tie, our first draw. Daniel says the pressing was a lot better today as well. There was some bits of points. The pressing was good. Skip was real good with the press, and of course Lucas Moura. But it comes in periods. It comes um, in regards to the press. Daniel also says under Nuno we lose that game. That I do agree. That I do agree. With Nuno, it was either we won the game or we lose the game. So we have a draw. I've seen some pictures already of Mr. Conte. and he is very animated, and we love it. We love it. But yeah, it is a work in progress. It is a work in progress. To be honest, I thought there would be a little bit more. I don't want to say more negativity. And like I said, you know, I'm just happy Conte is here, but I do know it's a work in progress. And there are some players that it's going to. I know Will said this, but there's some players who are just shit. There's some players that Conte is going to help, and then there's some players who are just going to be shit, and they just need to go. And so this is the season we're gonna see it. And I just went over the schedule. I would love to see all 15 points coming in. I would love, you know, I would love to see it. I just gave a shout out to Will in regards to um just the players. There's some players who are just, shit, and it's just it is what it is. And there's some players who are going to improve. But like I said, it's a work in progress. Will says, "What? No shots on target again?" Comments like under nuns we lose is just stupid. Comments like under nuns? You mean Nuno? We lose is stupid. Okay, he's disagreeing with Daniel's um point. Um that's true, Mari. Yeah, I mean our players, some of them, and he's going to learn. He's going to learn are just they're just shit, and they're going to have to go in January, and some new players are about to come in. Alan said, I predicted a nervy 1-2 1-2 win. Got the score wrong, but sounds like I was right performance wise." Um, Wells finally got the word Nuno. Okay. Um, yeah. So it's just it is it's a tie. It's a reaction where it's just kind of like, you know, to be honest, I am still a bit upset. I wanted the 3 points. I'm folks, I'm gonna have to just say I wanted the 3 points. We should, for the injuries that they have. I know the term Dr. Tottenham. It's just should have done better today. And so, um, my player of our best player on the field today, for me, if you guys agree, disagree, just comment, was Emerson. Emerson, um, in just trying to um, create something down the flanks. Like I said, at Allen backhead, um, slightly deflected that one header chance that Reguilon whipped it in the box. He had another chance um, in the second half. Um, Skip, that was okay. Horberg, you guys know my opinion. I thought Horberg was not good. Not good. A lot of misplaced passing. Um, Everybody was losing their touch. Harry Kane, I mentioned before, trying to pass the ball to Sonny. It felt like a lazy pass, or it was just like frustrating. Will says, and there were people calling out 3-0. Yeah, I would say 3-1. I would say 4-1. I was saying it. Big up, bro. Bob Spur in the house says, looks solid, but clearly so much to do. Yeah, it's a surgery. It takes a couple of hours, and we're in the first hour of the surgery. Conte can get a structure in place till January, then get the place to fit in. Pep and Klopp did the same. Exactly. Conte needs the same backing as them too. Yeah, exactly, exactly. And I'll say it, there are players who are going to get a bounce, who's going to probably survive and be with Conte. And there's some players he's learning now. He's going home now. He's going back to the locker room now, to his office right now, and just making those harsh evaluations. So when January comes around, those players are going to go. They're just not going to cut it. Not going to cut it. Davies for me doesn't cut it. You know, Dyer may be he's a squad player at best. I don't see him starting. And the rumors are correct. We're gonna get another center back. We need to. But I would like to see. Honestly, I would like to see what he thinks of Roden and actually put him in with Romero. Put a Tange with Romero. I would like to see that, and I trust that he's going to do that. It's Conte. He's going to evaluate every player. So for anybody to criticize, him in regards to like he knows what he's doing. Trust me, he's going to get rid of those who need to be out the door. Um, but but with that excitement, that surgery is not going to be done in an hour. Most surgeries take 2 to 3 hours, and right now he's in the first hour dissecting, just like Pep did, just like Klopp did. Who needs to stay? Who needs to go? Who needs help? And what is going to be eventually our team? You know, the only thing I'm just kind of like "Ugh," is like teams are dropping points. We don't want to stay too far off. You know, Will says, "Is Kane down? Is the Kane down to still on?" With that pass to Sonny, you have every right to question that because it felt like a lazy pass. Kane doesn't. Kane doesn't. That one pass to Sonny in the second half, where it felt flat, as flat as you know, a Coke bottle that you left in the car, or a Pepsi bottle that you left in the car. It was a flat pass. I was just like, "What's up, Kane?" You know, and Lo Celso is a enigma. You know, misplaced passing. But then you get excited. He hit the crossbar, but then that corner kick, yes, that just came. The last corner kick. What the? It's 23 minutes. What the fuck was that? It was a poor corner attempt. Absolutely poor by Lo Celso. I want Lo Celso gone. You know what? And I said this in July. If we were to make top four, Lo Celso would be our team player of the year. Like that's how important we need Lo Celso to be. Now, folks, other than Argentina, other than Argentina, and I love watching Argentina play. I was raised to watch Argentina. My dad, rest in peace, passed away 15 years ago yesterday. Um, that's Argentina Lo Celso. Lo Celso on Spurs is a totally different person. And like Will says, he is horse shit. Like, I'm done. I am done with Lo Celso. I'm officially done with Lo Celso. I'm saying it is what day today is? November 7th. I'm done with Lo Celso. Unless I see a huge change for us, I want to see him go. I mean, want to see him go. And I know Wayne, so much potential, but I'm done. I'm just done. I'm like with Lo Celso. You're a damn professional. That corner kick attempt that was rubbish. And then there was one pat. Wait, there's a couple things. He had the announcer was like, "Dude, you gotta do better to stay on side." On the NBC American coverage of Lo Celso, it's just he's an enigma. He is a huge enigma. If you guys don't know what that word mean, um, I'll give it to you plain simple. It's just that he will give you tastes or flashes of moments. There's just a and then there's moments where it's just like, fuck, Lo Celso, and it's just with him, I'm done. Wayne says Lo Celso has so much potential, but I don't think we'll ever see it in Spurs shirt. Agree, agreed. And I know people say, "Oh, he's playing the wrong position. He should be in the number 10 role, fully in the number 10 role, kind of like where he was in Betis and such." It comes to a point where there's just some players they have it somewhere and they just don't have it somewhere. You know, I think the case of with Pogba. Pogba in Juventus, he is Paul Pogba. He has never been Paul Pogba at United. But in two stints, Paul Pogba hasn't been the Juventus Paul Pogba. It's just some players. We believe that with a current player that's on United right now, Van der Beek. I think Van der Beek will do better on any other team except United, including us. It's the same way with Lo Celso. It's just Lo Celso. He has to go to another team. Maybe we could still get you know you know 30 mil for him. Because he's an international. Maybe we could still get something. Will says potential to be stepped in and track flyers. LOL. Um, yeah. Kirian says Lo Celso is trash. Isn't even better than Lewis Hopley. Gosh, we're going to Lewis Hopley. Lewis Hopley. We are going back to him. You guys remember Lewis Hopley? He came from the Bundesliga and really wanted to come to Spurs. Like really, really. And I was excited about him. You know, I forgot the Bundesliga team that he came from, Lewis Hopley, but he just never panned out. He just never. I think came from Schalke. I want to say if everybody knows, Lewis Hopley came. I think came from Schalke. I was excited about him. Really, really excited about him. Oh man, thank you, Bob. Thank you. Man, I was trying to look up where Hopley played. I want to say he played for Schalke, but I'll look that up. Bob's versus Mari. The way you've taken to YouTube and brought joy and laughter with your Love Lounge is absolutely great to see, man. Something your old man will be looking down on and saying, "Oh yeah, thank you, Bob. Thank you so much for those words." And man, don't want to get emotional, but my dad, funny enough, was a very funny man, a community leader, but always loved to put joy in people's faces. And and gosh, taught me all I knew know about soccer. Um, and just miss watching the games and the commentary from him. He was absolutely hilarious. We watched a lot of international soccer. He learned to play soccer from by some Argentinians who did a soccer clinic in the early '70s in the country of Haiti, and he loved playing in the midfield and taught me all I knew. He had me watching Diego Maradona in '86 as a kid. Had me watching the '90 World Cup, watching Argentina versus Germany, you know, pointing out to me to players like Klinsmann and telling me he saw the New York Cosmos because he moved from Haiti to New York. He saw Pele play along with what's the guy that played for Bayern Munich? who played for the Cosmos. Uh, Forgetting his name. And so, and then we'll look at Haji from Romania. Like I said, we would watch soccer, and then we'll later in his years we'll watch the Premier League, and he was just like, wow, Real Madrid picked up David Beckham, and just taught me all I knew about the game of football. And rest in peace. And so thank you, Bob, just for the shout out. And yesterday, um, just had to do Bob's show. It was a really emotional day, just with memories and um, putting flowers on the grave. Um, Beckenbauer, yeah. And Latavius, uh, Latavius played for the Cosmos? No. Um, Breckenbauer? No, there was somebody else. It wasn't Breckenbauer that played for the Cosmos. It was someone else. Um, I would get famous. I'll type it in. Famous Cosmos players. Uh, uh, this is when. Yeah, it was Breckenbauer. Yeah, you're right. It was Breckenbauer. Pele, Jorginho Chiganiga, the Italian, also played. Carlos Alberto played for the New York Cosmos. Yeah, thank you. You were exactly right, Wayne. It was Breckenbauer, and my dad saw him play along with Pele in Giant Stadium. I want to say in New Jersey. So, but yeah. Well, thank you once again, Bob Spur. I really, truly, truly appreciate that. Um, but yeah, Lewis Hotley. I want to say play for Schalke, and I'm going to confirm that. Man, I haven't. What a reference! uh, of course, the German before he came to Tottenham. Yeah, he did play for Schalke. Yeah, I was correct, and he came in 2013. Um, wow, that's that is Kyrian. Los Celso's trash isn't even better than Lewis Hopley. You know what? That might be a question upon the Love Lounge. Who was better, Los Celso or Lewis Hopley? Um, Hopley, I remember saying that he wanted to be a Spur. He had posters of Spur players in his room. Um, yeah, but but thank you, Bob Spur. Thank you, Wayne. Um, but yeah, he um just loved watching football with him, and I remember watching when France won and beat Brazil, and we watched Zidane. He's like, watch Zidane and watch him with the ball. Watch Thierry Henry and those guys, and Vieira and Trezeguet and that whole French national team. Um, and so yeah, Wayne says I liked Hopley, but he didn't seem to really fit in the AVB's team. Exactly, and I want to say Vanderbeek reminds me a little bit of Hopley. Not say, I mean, Vanderbeek is better, but he reminds me of him. The movement, the demeanor, you know, but it just never worked out and just never panned out, and we lumped them with the players like Njai, Clinton Njai. Remember him? He had that Frohawk. I was like, oh man, this guy was going to be the shit. The 1998 World Cup final, yeah, one of the best games. France over Brazil. That was a great World Cup. I mean, the goaltending. I remember Chavert, the goalkeeper. Netherlands had a good team with Edgar Davies and um, gosh, my memory. Uh, Dennis Bergkamp, uh, some other players on that Dutch team. Uh, um, yeah. So it was really, really a good World Cup. The 1998, the Netherlands. along with France, Brazil. I'm trying to remember another team that made the final four. Yeah, my memory serves me well. Um, Iskar says the defense and passing look better, and remember it will take time. It's good. It's good that it's the international break. Yeah, as I mentioned before, good timing that the international break has come in. Um, I honestly think the passing honestly should have been better, especially from midfield. From the back, it was real good. There was a good give and go between Emerson and was it Emerson and Lucas? I want to say. Yeah, well, yeah, it was Emerson and Lucas. It was beautiful. Emerson, as each game comes in, I'm falling more in love with him. Emerson is the real deal. He is the real deal. Emerson. Royale, he is amazing. Um Skip, I thought played better. But Hoiberg, I thought there were some chances that just some misplaced passing. Kane, Sonny, something's wrong with Sonny a bit. Um and Lo Celso, Reglion was, yeah, I know they put it Daughtry, you know, uh, but yeah, it's a work in progress. It is a work in progress. Still be excited. Still be excited that we got Conte in because, like I said, he's performing surgery. He said this on Friday. It's going to take time. It's going to take work. It's not like he's not making excuses. He's just giving you reality that some of our players are not that good. They need work. So it's a work in progress. So no time to panic. The only thing is just that you hate dropping points, especially when some of the teams up top drop points, like the Chelsea, United, either West Ham or Liverpool gonna drop points. You know, so you wanna capitalize. But we got 5 games that we're going to be favored in, and we'll see. Wayne says, I like Van der Beek. Yeah, I like Van der Beek. He'll do well at our beloved club. Get him in. I think we can get Van der Beek. I just think him and United, they're not. If there could be a swap deal, and something I may do for Wednesday, Van der Beek for Lo Celso, I would do it. I would do it. I love Van der Beek at Ajax. And I was saying, Van der Beek, you need to come Spurs. If you go United, you're going to the wrong team. And you know what happened? He went to the wrong team. They're not using him correctly. So I would love to get Van der Beek in. Our attack still needs to improve, though. I exactly agree. Wayne says Conte will start building his team during the international break. Exactly. He'll see who needs to go and who needs to stay. The build up to January transfer window. Plain simple. Plain simple. And with these run of games that we got coming up, exactly as Cos has said, we have a good run of games. With the games coming up, and I will repeat the games that we have coming up. I will repeat. We have Leeds, who does not play defense. Burnley, that's always a tough one for us. Brentwood, that's a tricky game for us, but still favored. Norwich, who just fired their coach, and that's the Villa fired their coach today too. Um, Falk got fired for Norwich, and Brighton, which is the game, I guess Harry Potter, Graham Potter. That's a game that's going to be tricky. Brighton's good. So these next 5 games, or I'll say 4 games, because Brighton is, I would say it's even now, because the style of play, the way they play, that's even. The next 4 games, we should be favored. Those next 4 games should see who has the quality to still be on Spurs. Those next 4 games will show who has the quality. We're not playing. Well, we are playing Liverpool after Brighton, but We're not playing any of the top six within those games. Brighton, I think, is seventh. I want to say. Just look. Yeah, Brighton's seventh. So this is the time to show who's the real deal and who's not the real deal. Mari, who do you see going in January and potentially coming in? Oh, love the question. Who I see going is, and you have to understand, we have to have depth, and we also have to have certain numbers, English players, homegrown players on the team. So I think the player who may go, because I still feel that we have to generate some 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 outgoings in regards to cash. I think Deli Ali is going to go in January. I think he's going to go. Um, Another person I think who may go is Daughtry. I think he may go. Um, Another person who I think I said Daughtry. Davies has to stay because Session is not healthy. Session is he never stays healthy. So um, we have to, as much as I don't like Davies, we have no choice but to have Davies in. Um, I think another player who may go um, in January. It depends. If we could get Kessie in, Lo Celso may go. The players that I want in is Vladovic, the striker. Kessie, I want to see Kessie come in. Um, Botman, because people mentioning Skinyard. Skinyard, the Inter is still in the Champions League as I last checked. I cannot see Inter selling him. Um, so I said Kessie, Vladovic, um, maybe a Botman or center back coming in, um, and a proper CAM. We may still go back for Orion, or we may come in for a Van de Beek. Van de Beek supposedly will be available in in the January transfer window, and I think we should be one of the teams who are interested. Um, the players who are gonna go out, I would like to see out Deli Ali, Daughtry. He needs to be out. Lo Celso and huh, playing the back three. You gotta have Davies there. Session's not there. I think three are going out. I think three players are going out and four players. I would like to see four players come in, which is the number you hear all the rumors. Four players come in. Wayne says get Van der Beek on 6-month loan with option to buy. Exactly. I like this. Exactly, Wayne. I would love, yeah, I'd love to see that. That's the type of move I would like to see. Ashkar says 12 points in our next four games. Should be. The question, will it be 12 points the next four games? Because the Brighton one, those next four games, you would like to see 12 points. Adam, I think under Nuno we would have lost that game. I agree. At least four players should go in January. If we don't ship out the Deadwood, then we're in huge trouble. The problem is we can't get rid of all the Deadwood because of depth issues. We're still in every competition, number one. Still in every competition. And the risk of injury. Perfect example, Davies. We have to have the if something happens to Reglion, Davies can replace Reglion out out there. Well, yes and no. If Session can stay healthy and Conte truly evaluate him, we can see what happens. But it's a lot of what ifs. I like to call us ourselves What If FC because it's always what ifs with us. And Session, the dude's made of glass. I need to see him play. Seriously, I need to see Session play. We need to find out if this guy's legit because if he doesn't play another minute this year, this season, I want him gone. I want Session gone. Do you see anyone coming up the ranks? Divine, White, and the like? We have the talent and they need to test it. I like Divine, though I think he's a little lightweight, kind of like, like Gil. And Gil is Hill, Brian Hill. You want to see him play more. I like to see him play through the middle eventually, but it depends. I mean, I said on Bob's show yesterday that Borrella, because there's a myth that says Conte doesn't play youth. Conte does play the youth. He does play the youth, and so who knows? I'm hoping he plays Roden. You know, so it depends. Adam says no interplay will want to go from playing. Yeah, exactly, from Champions League to playing the Conference League. Now, summer transfer window. Oh yeah, I mean that's their former coach, and but right now you're in the Champions League. Why would you? Yeah, you know. Um, AC. Let's see, AC Milan. Hmm. I can definitely see Lo Celso going. Yeah, I was one of those like Lo Celso. He's gonna finally pan out, and I'm done. I'm done with Lo Celso. Alan says we always drop points against teams that we should blow away. Exactly, done for years. So not building up my hopes, unfortunately. Yeah, those next 4 games, we should get 12 points. Will we get 12 points? That is the question. Ashkar says a good center back. Yeah, exactly. Center mid, um, especially a center attacking mid. As center attacking mid and striker is a good spine down quality. Exactly. Exactly. Agree. Paul says Geo Davies, Rodin, and others. Very good for prospective countries. Time for Conte's coaching influence may regain confidence in Spurs. Sure, to be honest, too soon to cut loose. You may be right, Paul. Um, I think another reason is depth. We can't get rid of all of those guys because we have to have a certain number, like I said, of English players on the club, but also too for depth reasons. I mean, if injuries happen, we can't sell certain players, especially because we're in every competition. Wayne says Cess is too injury prone. Bad signing. Yes. Take a hit and sell him as well as Jack Clark. Yeah, yeah. We have to sell Session. He doesn't play. He doesn't play. I'm surprised Tanganga and Roden hasn't played yet. I agree. I agree. Skip or Horberg? You know, I've said on the recap before, there's gonna be a point in time we cannot have those two guys on the field on the same time if they're not going to be able to help in the in creation from our midfield. If we are seriously going to get Kessie or Brozovic, you know, at a later time, one of them is going to be sitting on the bench. It's probably going to be Skip. It's probably going to be Skip. Um, you know, but but Hoiberg, like I said, I know People love him. I love Hoiberg. The ladies love Hoiberg. But, it's been a little shaky these last couple Premier League games for him. And for what we need from him, eh, what we've seen in Denmark, we're not seeing it here with Spurs. We're not. I'm being bluntly honest. We're not seeing that. Is he still warrior? Hell yeah. Hoiberg is a warrior. That's what we love him. That's what we love him. He goes 110%. But we're talking about ability now. We're talking about ability and what we need in that midfield. You know, it's just, it's gonna be the hard questions that we are going to eventually gonna have to, if we play the 3-5-2, you know, and eventually, let's say it's gonna be Kane, because I don't think Lucas is gonna be. It's gonna be Kane and Sonny, right? Or a rotation with Vladovic. Then you're gonna want, right? Hoiberg is Skip to play the middle as a proper holding mid, and you want two other midfielders to create along with Emerson and Reguilon attacking. You're gonna want two like guys. Like it could be. I mean, if you believe Ndombele could get together, it could be Van de Beek, Ndombele, and Hoiberg. It could be Aurier, Ndombele, and Hoiberg. It could be our future another CM. It could be Kessie, you know Van de Beek, Hoiberg, or Skip. What I'm trying to say is, eventually, there's gonna be a point where you can't have Skip and Hoiberg on the field at the same time, unless you're playing Manchester City. We want to play strictly counterattack, but against the games against the Watfords, the Evertons, where we feel that we're gonna get possession and we need to create. I don't want to see two holding midfielders. That's me preference. My preference. I do not want to see two holding mids. Unpopular opinion, but Hoiberg's overrated. I'm not gonna go to that point, Paul, but you can tell from what I've been saying today and the past recaps. You know, I think because we see him go 110%. I think we put him too much high on the pedestal. Because honestly, here's the question: would Hoiberg start for some of the top teams in Europe? Mind you, he was at Bayern and he didn't stay out. And it's not trying to diss him. Like I said, I love Hoiberg. I love his intensity. I love his defense. But I'm just talking about what we need him to do, what we want to see the team go on in the future is I don't want to see two holding mids. I do not want to see. And so one of those guys, if they're going to start, is going to have to effectively pass, effectively create, and help in the attack. And right now, we don't consistently see that from Hoiberg and Skip. Now, Hoiberg has scored a goal here and there, but that's totally different in regards to the flow of the game, the flow of the offense. Wayne says, "I'm Skip." Allen says, "January is notorious hard to get players." It is. Clubs mostly settle sides and don't want disruption. Also, prices are normally inflated in January. Exactly right. Though you get your Bruno Fernandez, you do get your Van Dykes. You're gonna pay, but they panned out. You look at Liverpool, that changed their whole trajectory. You look at Manchester United. Can you imagine how much worse they would be without Bruno Fernandez? Mind you, that was the Fernandez we were supposed to get. We got the wrong one. We got Jetson. Getson. I don't even want to go back to that. Wayne Bonner, Cess, yeah, JC, yeah. Um, Daniel says it will be interesting to see Skip and Dembele together. Exactly, it would be interesting. It would be interesting because when it comes to it, Dembele, when he's on, creates better than anybody in our midfield, and that's the truth. That's the truth. That is the exact truth. He can make that pass, ping, like into the box to Kane. He can make that pass to Son. Hoiberg can consistently do that. And what I'm seeing is misplaced. Skip was doing it, but today Skip was much, much better. He had this one pass. It was like a a skip hop. Like it built the attack, and then when it got to Hoiberg, it was just like done. Like where all counterattacks or buildups die. and most of the time it dies with our midfield. Sometimes with Lucas, surprisingly with Kane. Um, Unpopular opinion. Yeah, I read this. Hoiberg is overrated. Wayne says Hoiberg seems to be lacking confidence and direction at the minute, but may take time. Yeah, and like I said, everybody, no one is above criticism on our team. No one. Not the way our team is playing. No one is safe. That's the key word, right? Sounds like a mafia term, right? Conte said, "No one's safe in our team. No one. I am going to look at." I'm doing my best, Marlon Brando. I'm going to look at every player to see if they cut it. Okay, capiche? No one's safe. No one's safe from criticism. We're not that team where we can say, "Oh, this person's safe. This person's safe." You know, everyone is to be evaluated, and that's why we love that Conte's here because he's going to do that. He's going to perform that surgery. Fernandez always wings at every decision. I hate seeing it. That is true. I was complaining about Everton players whining. Like I know Townsend was a former Spur, and I loved Townsend. And he's moved on from us. But man, he was whining like a bitch today. Oh, like him and Carlson. Oh gosh, man, drove me mad. Oh, whiners, man. I'm like, damn, get those guys some cheese. Like, oh, and the flopping by Townsend, man. He's he's learning the Oscar award method of flopping. This guy. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh my word. But there's a saying in the states. A tie or a draw is like, uh, not me, not me, but it's like kissing a family relative. Yeah, like it's a saying. Because basically it's just like it's not the best, you know. Now, mind you, getting a valuable point is always great, but you hate to drop points against a team that you feel that you're better than, especially if half their squad is on injured reserve right now, and they have Calvert Lewin, they didn't have Decore, they didn't have Jerry Yima, so it's like man, we should have won this game, and the tie is like meh, meh, spelled MEH, meh, you know, and so. I don't know what sayings that you guys have in the UK in regards to ties, but in the States, whenever a tie happens, like say football or ice hockey, um, or anything, it's just like it's like I would like to find out who made that slogan. I gotta research that, but yeah, those are my opinions of the game. Um, it's it's a work in progress. We should still be excited of things to come. We all know Conte will not come if he didn't have the backing. So the backing is coming. Help is on the way. That's if I'm gonna leave you guys off with something positive, is help is on the way. We just gotta stay patient. Basically, we have to say this saying: trust the process. We were making fun of Conte, I mean Arteta and Arsenal with the whole trust the process. We have not we're in the position we have to trust the process. So we got to trust the process. It's like Scott said, it's early days in Conte's tenure. A win would have been great, but a 0 draw is not the worst result either. Yes, we get a point. We get a point. So we got to trust the process. Trust the process of Conte, Paratici, and Levy basically signed the dotted line in regards to the transfers. We got to trust the process that Conte is doing a precise surgery on us on who's going to stay and who's going to go. The term is Rome wasn't built in a day. To perform a surgery, it takes a couple of hours, a good surgery. And so that's what we're going to need. Conte needs more time and place, especially before we will see big results. And that's the truth. That is the truth. Well, it is lunchtime for me, guys. Keep your heads up. Trust the process. Trust the process. We knew this was going to be a painful rebuild. Painful rebuild. And so it's happening. It's exactly the way Poch said it. It's the same with Conte. It's going to be a painful rebuild, but there's going to be blessings. There's going to be rewards if he's totally back to do that painful rebuild. So come on, you Spurs. Enjoy your Sunday and enjoy the international break. Check us out on Wednesday. We start at 10:30 at night. We see that it's a better time to start at 10:30 rather than 11 for the Love Lounge. So check it out. We're gonna have some great guests, some great topics, and it should be a fun time. It's actually gonna be the first Love Lounge with a draw, so it's gonna be interesting. And so, precisely, Mari, work in progress. Good stream. Thank you, brother. Thank you. We are a work in progress. So I will see you guys Wednesday. Come on, you Spurs.